Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. If you're looking for a job, you can post your resume with us. In this video, I'm going to talk about Spring Framework Hello World application using Beanfactory. And that too, I'm going to create the Beanfactory using File System Resource. I'm going to give this path, give this XML file, load this XML file using File System Resource. In the previous demo, I was using Classpath Resource. There are two ways where you can load this XML file. One is Classpath Resource and the other one is File System Resource. Classpath is like it will try to find out this XML file from the class path, and whereas here it will try to find out from the file system. Okay, so before that, Beanfactory. What is Beanfactory? It is a simplest container providing basic support for dependency injection, and it's provided by Spring Framework. Okay, and there is one commonly used Beanfactory implementation is XML Beanfactory, because Beanfactory is an interface and XML Beanfactory is an implementation. This container reads the configuration metadata from XML file and uses it to create fully configured application. Before going to the demo, I just want to show you a simple picture. So here we have this Beanfactory and it's going to read the XML file, and if you see the XML file, so this is how it looks like. The XML file, it will have the bean definition, it will have an ID, what is the class that you want to use for creating the objects, and what are the properties you want to set while creating the object. Okay, so in this XML file I'll specify the bean definition. Beanfactory will read and load this class using read this bean definitions and prepare the objects, and whenever application is required we can ask the Beanfactory to give the objects. Okay, so if without Spring, what will happen is your application code has to create and manage these objects, dependent objects, whereas if you're using Spring Framework, so you can inform the Spring Framework about your dependent objects in XML file or annotation. Spring Framework will take the complete responsibility to create and manage these different objects, and it will inject it. So that's why the concept called dependency injection. So these different objects will be injected in your application. So as an application developer, you can concentrate only on the business logic. So let's go to the demo. So I'm using File System Resource. So if you see here, it is in this path. Okay, so this is the file it will be using, because it will try to find out from the system, whereas the previous demo I was using this Classpath Resource. This class will try to use this XML file under the resource. Okay, whereas the current demo, it will try to use this file, okay, which is in the file system. So I'm going to start the demo now. It's going to create the XML Beanfactory. It's going to read the bean definitions, register to the context, and whenever you ask for it will be giving you the bean. Look for the bean definitions from the file system, very important. So that's why it is called File System Resource. It's going to create the Beanfactory. You can see a load XML bean definitions from the file, this exact path. Okay, and you're going to create, whenever you call the get bean, your object will be created, your property will be set, and you're able to use this dependent object which is created by Spring Beanfactory. So this is the purpose of Beanfactory. Hope this video is useful. Thank you and all the best.